Palma. Oh, that's unfair. And Palma 7 points in the game. Janelle Fuentes. Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-point. Goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Senes.
Natalviano has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
The two-time defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, have found themselves in an unfamiliar situation, losing 2 straight games going into this matchup with the Pasay Voyagers, who only bounced back last week after a couple of tough losses. These two teams trying to make this game a springboard for bigger challenges ahead. And what has been a difficult season so far, difficult because we did not we've seen Pampanga lose only 2 times in the regular season in the past 2 seasons. So now they have 3 losses. And Pasay naman still formidable, but they've struggled in the last couple of games before winning against Cebu last week. It's a battle between Pampanga and Pasay here at the Pasay Astrodome. An important game for 2 teams looking to contend in the North Division. Of course, alam natin itong Pampanga are the reigning defending champions of the league, and syempre gusto nilang manalo ngayon, Abby. 2 sunod na pagkatalo as they go into this matchup.
Yeah, it's very important that they get the victory here today. Lalo na they want to bounce back. They already won against Quezon on their home floor sa Quezon Convention Center, a rematch of the National Championship. But after that, it's been all downward para sa kanila. So they really need this victory.
Oo, no? And syempre kasama din natin at courtside si Gian Alianes, and would like to greet everyone and welcome everyone na nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we're also live on Solar Sports. Diretso tayo sa ating team standings ngayon, Javi, and makikita natin kung saan ang dalawang kupunan. And when I say unfamiliar, it's that, you know, you usually see Pampanga right up there 1 and 2 or even 3, pero at this point of the season already compiling 3 losses against 9 wins.
Yeah, Caloocan got a win earlier, but Pampanga has a chance to right away go in front of Caloocan if they get this victory against Pasay. Well, Pasay, they want to make sure that they have a good chance of going into that top 4 sa ating Northern Division.
So top 4 has home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And you talk about Pampanga and their recent struggles, and medyo hindi ako sanay actually that Pampanga is struggling because we're used to seeing them winning. They lost to Caloocan in Bataan, and then they lost to Zamboanga in Caloocan.
Yeah, basically, this is a different team right now. Not a totally different team, but of course, ang laking nawala nung nawala si Justin Baltazar tsaka si Enzo Serrano para sa kanila. But now, Archie Concepcion continuing to lead this team, and Larry Muyang is their new big man here against the Zamboanga Sikat. They struggled. First quarter, they were down already, down by 5 at halftime. You look at the numbers here. Usually, Pampanga would dominate the glass, but here, only out-rebounding Zamboanga by 3. The Sikat was able to control the pace from start to finish.
And syempre, if you're Pampanga, you know, some holdovers on the championship squad was very impressed in their win against Quezon, but yun nga, no, we're waiting for them to, you know, rediscover their fine form going into this matchup with the Pasay Voyagers. Last week, kalaban ng Pasay ang Cebu, and they needed this victory. 107-80, a dominant performance from the Voyagers after losing to Pangasinan and San Juan in succession.
Yeah, and they used this game against Cebu to really vent their ire and frustration. This was a game that didn't really feature a lot of defense from one of the best teams defensively in the Cebu Classic going into that game. 13 3-pointers for the Pasay Voyagers, and they forced 21 turnovers on the Cebu Classic sa laro na yun, which they converted into 31 turnover points.
Pasay with 8 wins so far this season. Pampanga with 9 wins. And we talk about Pampanga, you know, syempre, lagi natin pinag-uusapan the big men on that team. One of them, Larry Muyang, has stepped up this season and is averaging a really good, you know, strong performance assist from him, no? And syempre sa kabila naman, Warren Bonifacio, and ito si Warren, naglaro din to sa Pampanga before. So nakikita natin, they are both very integral to the success of their respective teams.
Ang mabigat na matchup ito para sa parehong kupunan. And expect these two guys to be at the forefront of both teams' attacks in today's game. Hindi nagkakalayo masyado yung mga numero nila except sa field goal percentage because Warren takes more shots usually than Larry Muyang. Tsaka halos lahat ng tira ni Larry sa loob. He usually doesn't take shots from the outside unlike Warren who has shots from the outside dito sa ating season na to with that improved outside shot. But syempre, ito si Larry, he gets also more rebounds +4 in that department and also Warren making more assists.
Oo. So, syempre, kasama ni Gian Alianes ang dalawang big men natin, Larry Muyang and Warren Bonifacio.
So Delphin, happy for our player matchup. I actually have two proud Kapampangans here with me even though they are playing on opposing teams. Larry, I will start with you. Sabi nga ng ating panel, medyo unusual yung nai-experience ng Pampanga ngayon because you guys experienced 2 straight losses. Pero paano nyo ibabalik ang identity ng Pampanga sa laro ngayon?
Sa amin kasi yung ginagawa namin na pukpukan yung ensayo talaga namin. Hindi namin inisip yung talo namin kasi kasama sa basketball yan eh. Basta manalo matalo, proud kami na Kapampangan kami lahat.
Thank you very much, Larry. Warren naman, sa history ng Pasay, you guys have never defeated Pampanga pero sabi rin ng ating panel, mas formidable nga ang team nyo this season. So paano nyo naman gagawin yun for today's game?
Yun nga, di pa nga kami nakaisa sa Pampanga. So every season pinaghahandaan namin ng todo, lalo na ngayon defending champion. Ngayon nakapag-rebuild kami ng team. Feeling ko mas maayos yung itatakbo namin ngayon, mas best effort yung maibibigay namin.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was Warren Bonifacio of the Pasay Voyagers and Larry Muyang of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Let's turn it over now to our Coliseum barker, Richard Tampos, for the start of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main game of the evening here at the Cuneta Astrodome. It's Pampanga going head-to-head with your Pasay Voyagers. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters. Let's begin with the reigning back-to-back champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG 3 Construction. Point guard number 18, Andre Armenion. Also at guard number 15, Renz Alcoriza. Power forward number 9, Chris Lalata. Playing center number 8, Jamo Egilos. Small forward number 2, the Royal Bazooka, Archie Concepcion. They are led by Peric Di Matulak. Coaching consultants are Alan Trinidad, Mervin Mercado, and Georgie Jovicic. Assistant team managers, Ronald Nulud and Raymond Gibara. Team manager and team owner is Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III. And now, the starting unit for your Pasay Voyagers. At guard number 77, Dan Sara. Power forward number 10, Mark Sanko. The other forward number 9, AJ Coronel. Coming in at center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. And at 2 guard number 1, El Trilla Lawrence Victoria. Pasay Voyagers head coach is Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Big Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Adrian Boal, Don Mordeno, and Willie Generalao with Brian Orog. Team consultant Cholo Martin. Team honors Raul Bacalso, Mickey Igot, Lavin Castro.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. The reigning defending champions, Andre Armenion, Renz Alcoriza, Jamo Igilos, Chris Lalata, and Archie Concepcion trying to spoil itong home game ng Pasay. Dan Sara, Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, AJ Coronel, and Mark Sanko completing the 5 for Pasay. Surprisingly, Sanko is starting and he's not coming off the bench here to counter Lalata and Igilos for Pampanga.
I think this is his first start this season para sa Pasay. Usually comes off the bench.
Archie with the defense in front of him, and Dan Sara also starting for them. And Cyrus Tabi has been playing well of late, or this season actually. Sanko collects the rebound. Pasay gets the first stop of the game.
I do believe that Coach Marlon wants a lot more length up front ngayon para sa Pasay, because confident naman siya that coming off the bench, he has guys like Jopit Soriano to go to.
Usually it's Don Reverente starting at the 4, Javi.
Yeah.
Alcoriza pulls the trigger. They continue to struggle. Coach Marlon, nandun na siya sa gilid no? Sa baseline na siya. Tinuro pa yung stepping.
He just wanted to make sure.
And on the bench now for Pampanga, aside from the team owner AG Gonzalez, is the Serbian coach, Coach Jovicic Jordi, who is there to fill in kay Coach Pedic Di Matulak, who is in Ilocos for the Palarong Pambansa, coaching some future Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see those players here in this league pretty soon. Siguro mga 10 years.
Hindi naman siguro. Mga 4 or 5 years.
5-10 years.
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5
siguro.
years.
Oo. A minute and a half gone by. Both teams still scoreless. Alcoriza. Sara is there right in front of him. Now with Archie Concepcion. The Royal Bazooka with a jumper.
You know when Archie Concepcion is locked, and you could see it in his face and his demeanor. Warm-up pa lang, alam mo na he's gonna try and take over this game.
I can't remember the last time Pampanga lost 2 straight, Javi. I can't remember, honestly.
Definitely more than 2 seasons ago.
Oo.
It was when the team was still led by Archie Concepcion, Jason Apolonio, and Mitchell Maines. I think that was the last time, and that was definitely before Balti came in.
Archie fires and hits. 5 points to open the game para kay Archie Concepcion. And alam mo yung respeto ni Coach Marlon kay Archie. Binigay talaga si AJ Coronel para siya magbantay kay Archie Concepcion.
And AJ Coronel has always had that enviable task of guarding the best perimeter players of opposing squads.
And there's the switch earlier. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That was well challenged by Mark Sanko, by the way.
But the thing is with Archie, you know, over the years, he's managed to knock down shots even with the defense draped all over him. He's improved in that area of the game.
Igilos running the break, looking for Alcoriza. A steal by Dan Sara.
That's why most coaches will not let their big men start a fast break, especially when it's someone like J-Mo Egilos who's not really used to handling the basketball.
They go to Alcoriza. Balik ulit kay Archie. Now it's Lawrence Paul Victoria na nakabantay. Lalata right at the nail. That's a jumper para kay Chris Lalata, and they're up 7-0 in the first quarter.
They're liking the movement that they're seeing at Pampanga early on here. Pasay has managed to stay in front and challenge those shots, but Pampanga just doing a better job of knocking them down.
AJ to Warren. Nandun si J-Mo Igilos.
Sara and Lalata getting entangled with each other.
Wily veteran Dan Sara.
Bagay na bagay siya dito sa team na to.
Oo. Dan Sara has been around
Yeah.
the MPBL. Has played for Batangas, Bulacan, Bataan. 2-man game. Sanko the push shot. That won't go. Andre Arminion, Lalata sees a free lane, but look at the defense from AJ Coronel. Forward pass to Lawrence Paul Victoria. He wants a pick, but he goes the other way. Lawrence is fouled on the way to the cup. That's number 2 on Chris Lalata.
He just doesn't get phased too easily, no? Ito si Lawrence Victoria. Even if there's help defense swarming on him, he knows how to finish above those kinds of help that's coming to him. Could have easily passed it to Bonifacio, who was waiting top of the circle, wide open.
And Pangilinan is in the game. Maaga, pinasok. Dahil sa dalawang foul ni Chris Lalata. Meanwhile, let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Coach Jovicic Yorge is the head coach of Pampanga today, as Coach Pedic has another obligation. Kwento niya na since being the assistant coach of Pampanga for the last 8 months, ngayon lang niyang nakitang ganito ang Giant Lanterns. Hindi daw siya satisfied sa transition defense ng kanyang kupunan the past 2 games, adding that they also haven't controlled their rebounding. For today, they know their biggest challenges will be Lawrence Victoria's pick and rolls and Warren Bonifacio as an all-around shooter. In his words, "We are trying to have a fresh start today. We need to move the ball, use our conditioning to match Pasay's speed, and finally control the situation." Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Gianna. So, Lawrence Victoria nearly made that one. Pangilinan was doing a fine job defending him. He gets it back. The corner 3. In and out. Just one opportunity for Pampanga, but they've held Pasay to just 2 points. No field goals yet. Sanko looking to change that. Sanko is fouled by Arminion. 3rd team foul for Pampanga. This is the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Also another part of his game that has definitely improved over these past few seasons is the passing ability of Archie Concepcion. Yung timing at yung vision niya, much more better.
Sara drives right at Arminion. The kick out. Oh, Bonifacio is fouled by Larry Muyang. A little too aggressive there on the closeout, Larry Muyang.
Definitely lots of contact there going down. Medyo nahila pa nga yata yung balikat nito ni Warren Bonifacio. This is the matchup that we have discussed at the top of our coverage, Bonifacio versus Muyang. I expect these two guys to really have a lot of scoring opportunities for their teams.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 1 for 2 so far for Warren Bonifacio. Pasay still without a field goal here in the first 5 minutes of this ball game. 9-4 is the count. Halfway through this first period, Raymond Binuya has entered the game. Archie goes downhill. Archie, left-handed layup. Does not work. Victoria trying to attack the defense of Alcoriza. Lawrence Victoria is just a handful for defenders.
But Pampanga is just really tightening up that defense, especially inside the lane. As much as possible, they're clogging that shaded area. They're preventing a post entry. They're keeping Warren Bonifacio out of the paint. But Victoria finding a way to get inside.
So Pasay's points all coming from the free throw line at the moment. Lawrence Victoria, 12 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. John Lloyd Clemente and Donald Gumaru are in the game.
Mabilis na naging palitan ng tao dito ng Pampanga.
So it's Pangilinan, Muyang, Binuya, Clemente, and Gumaru. Soriano has joined in for Pasay. Pinalitan niya kanina si Mark Sanko. Gumaro has 5 seconds to work with. Donald and Bonifacio had a hand on that. Great defense by the Voyagers.
It took too long to decide what was going to happen there. Itong Pampanga.
Victoria step through, blocked by Clemente. Umaru was ahead of the pack. Clemente missing on the layup. Hindi nag-usap si Coronel and Bonifacio. So it will stay with Pampanga.
Kaya siya medyo nagulat na libre. Ito si John Lloyd Clemente because he was really not looking to go for that layup. He was looking to pass.
Pinasok na sa laro, Cyrus Tabi. Clemente misses the layup. Victoria, full head of steam, and Lawrence Paul Victoria using the left hand.
Just the ability to finish with either hand has given him all sorts of advantages coming down the lane. Wow.
Raymond Pinuya weaving through traffic and laying it in for two. 11-8 Pampanga. Over 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Tabi to Victoria, who was asked to be subbed off. Bonifacio drops Pangilinan. It goes to Victoria with the slowest of layups.
Wow. Slower than a walk in the park, I must say. Victoria, I don't think he was expecting that pass, pero bigla siya na libre.
This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. It's a beautiful finish, galing kay Lawrence Paul Victoria.
Yes, suddenly, 8 points now in the game for Lawrence Victoria and his team. Just within a point here of Pampanga.
Thursday night also means date night for a few of our friends watching here at the Pasay Astrodome. Javi?
This is a bigger crowd than what we are usually used to having, no?
Yes, and this is such a family. It's also family night.
Oh yeah.
Such a historic venue. Itong Pasay Astrodome. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
I still do feel the lore of this place. Talagang kakaiba yung aura pa rin talaga pag pumapasok dito. As you see that 3 by Don Gumaro.
And that is a badly needed basket para dito sa Pampanga. Extending the lead to 4. Under 3 minutes to play. They go to Bonifacio against Pangilinan. And Warren. Pampanga already over the limit. Pangilinan with a foul.
That's just a tough cover for Mix Pangilinan. Pampanga's suddenly shifting into a zone that had Bonifacio on the left side. Took advantage that it was just Pangilinan there and not Larry Muyang.
Bonifacio with a couple of misses already at the line. 2 of 4. 3 of 5 so far para kay Warren Bonifacio. We're gonna go to Larry Muyang, who's trying to fight for position. Medyo malayo yung pagtanggap. Great effort pinakita ni Jopet Soriano.
Soriano will always be a reliable guy to guard against those big men of the opposing teams. That may not be, a wide-bodied big, but definitely malakas ang katawan nito.
Joey Barcuma. It's Warren Bonifacio getting his first field goal. He's up to 5 points in the game.
Always the right mix of finesse and power ito si Warren Bonifacio.
Benuya. Nice matchup with Joey Barcuma. And Gumaro. Grabe yung labanan sa pwesto. Larry Muyang finally puts it in for his first basket of the game. 16-13, Pampanga.
Ay, nagkapalitan bigla yung bantayan doon ng Pasay Voyagers and yung labanan ng Guardia. Forced even the bigs to change defensive coverages.
Bonifacio inside. Labas kay Tabi. 6 seconds to work with. Cyrus. The swing. Salenga does not have time.
It still baffles me sometimes that, you know, even at this high of a level, nangyayari pa rin talaga itong mistake na ito.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Picking up loose change there to si Larry Muyang.
From Barangay Malibay, Pasay, Brian Hilario is in the game. Pangilinan for 3. He misses. Clemente with the offensive rebound. Clemente, well defended by Jasper Salenga. Joey Barcuma, bigay kay Brian. Hilario with a 3. And we're tied at 16. Under a minute remaining here in the first.
That last win against Cebu was definitely a confidence booster. As we mentioned during our pregame, it was definitely a big confidence booster individually para kay Brian Hilario.
It's Joey Barcuma whistled for the personal. Only the first team foul for Pasay.
See there, no hesitation whatsoever from Brian Hilario to launch from the outside.
Muyang also gets it to drop. So it's not just Wally Bonifacio who has the stroke from beyond the arc. It's also Larry Muyang off this inbound.
Yeah, see here, faking the handoff. And then Armenian didn't go through with it. Hilario gave him space. Muyang doesn't get afraid to launch it from that right place. And it's now a 19-16 ball game in favor of Pampanga.
Yung una kasi parang, yun nga, dahil parang siguro galing kami sa panalo sa Quezon, parang nag-underestimate kami. Kailangan sinong kalaban. Kailangan talaga pokpok. Tapos nung namang second game, hindi ko alam kung galing kami sa talo, ba't ganun kami maglaro o mas magaling talaga yung sa kabila. Kasi scouted kami lahat eh, hindi kami makapuntos. Tapos ang ganda pa ng depensa nila.
Wala yung Muyang, very kind in his credit dun sa Zamboanga na tumalo sa kanila in their last game. But syempre, when you're donning a Pampanga jersey, the expectations are always high that, you know, it's short of saying that you have to win every game, Javi.
Correct. And you know, the pride should be one that you really wear well on that jersey and on your sleeve, because every time your Kapampangans, they expect you to get those victories. And Larry Muyang here tonight, si Delphi, he's a man on a mission.
Oo, meron na siyang 5 puntos and he draws the foul on Jopet Soriano as well. 2 free throws coming up. What about this move from Brian Hilario? Beats Muyang off the dribble.
He's really been multifaceted big ever since naman ito si Brian Hilario. It's just been up and down for him, you know, these past few seasons. May mga oras na maganda yung laro, may mga oras na di masyadong ginagamit. At this season, when his numbers have been called, he's been doing a good job.
Yeah. Kulang na lang si Elvin Chan eh. Hindi ko nakikita masyado si Elvin Chan eh.
Yun na nga eh. Na-miss na nga siguro ng mga
Sabi lagi ni Brian Hilario, lagi sa akin eh. Nagda-diet! Kuya, nagda-diet lang. Mamintis ang tira ni Armenian, and that takes us to the end of the first period dito sa Astrodome in Pasay City. Pakitang gilas ang mga big men. Una, nagpakitang gilas muna si Archie Concepcion, the 2-time champion from Pampanga. And then Juan Bonifacio also making his presence felt along with Lawrence Paul Victoria.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch of Pasay, they're definitely needed here para sa Voyagers to have a good chance of winning this game. But off the bench, Larry Muyang continuing the fine work that the starters of Pampanga did. And they go into the second quarter just with a slim lead, 19-18.
Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay. Kanina, konti lang yung pumunta. Ngayon, dumadami na sila. Mga tropa natin dito sa Astrodome. Chill na chill, naka-shades pa. Kahit gabi na. Get a special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Always very excited to watch their Pasay Voyagers take on the very best of the
Oh,
league.
he may have traveled there, Brian Hilario.
Oh,
Muntik pa makuha yung basket na yun. Bagsak si Larry Muyang. Tinamaan ng bola. Trying to rejoin his teammates. The offensive end. Whistle against Jasper Salenga. Alam mo sino pang chill na chill lang?
sino?
The man behind me.
Oh, hindi na nga. Naka-Berks pa. Nako.
Anthony.
Anthony
Mr.
Mejia.
Mr. Anthony Mejia.
Anthony!
Mr. Anthony Mejia in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Grabe yung pormahan pala. Ganito pala yung itsura niya pag hindi siya nagtatrabaho.
No, it's travel day.
Yeah.
It's travel day for like a player going somewhere else on a chartered flight. Chartered bus lang pala. Papuntang Abra.
Going north. That's gonna be a very exciting day on Saturday.
Pagbabalik ng MPBL at ng Abra Weavers sa Banggit.
Shifty move there by Tabi with that crossover, but Soriano caught there with that foul. No, it was actually Pampanga called for that
Si GP
personal.
Faundo. Na napituan. Salenga pulls the trigger. That won't go. Rebound ni Archie Concepcion. Immediately surveys the floor. Toby Agustin is in the game. Larry Muyang looking for cutters. Na blanca itong si John Lloyd Clemente ni Brian Hilario. Terrific timing.
Clementes not had a lucky night so far. He's missed all of his shots from point blank range. All very makeable attempts.
No challenge from Coach Jordi. Agustin to Reverente. Tabi. Against Archie. Now with Don. Si Larry Muyang ang nakabantay. Don Reverente makes him pay with that perimeter shot. Set shot lang yan. Simple lang. Don Reverente.
Always gonna be reliable, whether it's off the bench or starting games. Veterano na yan dito sa liga. Ito si Don Reverente.
And even through the change in hairstyles as well.
Oh yeah. Ang dami nang ang pinagbago ng Pasay team over their years, but he continues to be the one thing that has never been moved by the Pasay Voyagers, as you see that foul and basket by GP Faundo.
And GP Faundo scoring inside the paint. I've noticed this hairstyle right now. Parang may bagong trend ngayon.
Nagiging common na
Kasi
nga
kanina
ito eh.
nakita ko si Jason Strait, ganun din eh.
Yeah.
Ngayon, nakita ko kay GP Faundo tsaka kay Archie Concepcion.
Pero I can't tell where the inspiration has come from. Dahil lang ba
Yes.
mainit?
I
Feeling
don't
ko
know,
eh, no?
honestly, because I'm not up to date.
Well, mas lalo
Lalo na
naman ako.
pagkasama mo si Christian Nuanson, di ba?
When you're talking about hair, you can't asking about hair trends.
Kaya nga eh, hindi nga tayo pwede. Actually, si Tik nga eh.
Actually, same. Yeah.
No, may trend eh. May trend eh.
Si Ton Renata eh.
Hindi, bagong gupit lang siya. And Agustin is fouled on the way to the cup. Yan. Oh,
Yeah, Archie Concepcion also sporting that hairstyle.
oh, sila ni GP Faundo. Sila ni Tik. No?
I wonder why.
Abangan natin yan. Yung kay Don, ano din yan eh. May siguro mga one season ago. Kumbaga, nasa ano yan, nasa spring collection. Nasa spring collection last year.
Always so fashionable naman yan si Don Reverente.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Ladies and gentlemen, ang nanonood sa atin, you're watching, we've been covering for 3 games, so pagpasensyahan nyo na pag pati buhok pinag-uusapan namin.
But you know, it's been very amusing to watch these guys with all of these things considered.
Personalities, you know, it's actually very revealing of who they are. And Archie Concepcion, pinakita kung sino siya with that 3.
First basket here in the second quarter started it off for Pampanga in that first period with 5 straight points.
He's loving this matchup with Agustin, and it's an offensive foul on Toby Agustin.
Yeah.
Some mind games here.
Yeah. Archie doesn't usually engage in those kinds of heated battles, but whenever he does, he definitely can back it up.
Ito yung kanina eh. That 3 ball on Toby Agustin. Faundo inside, and again from Archie Concepcion, 27 to 22.
These guys in pink have to get back to focusing defensively. They cannot allow those easy drives. You saw those numbers by Archie Concepcion.
8 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Bonifacio with a tough shot. That's short. Reverente offensive rebound. Binigay kay Warren inside. No. Reverente with another crack at it. Bigay ulit kay Warren. Nandun si Muyang. Palpal ang inabot ni Bonifacio. CJ Delfino. Atake. Muyang reverse. Pampanga at its best running the floor. And the Tasmanian Devil, CJ Delfino leading the charge for our fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. The block from Muyang, the assist from Delfino. Back to Muyang.
Defense to offense. Pampanga Giant Lanterns basketball at its finest. And we now have the 7-point lead para sa Pampanga, 29 to 22.
Sabi lang nila sa amin, parang bakit iba kayo maglaro ngayon compared sa dati. Siguro may pressure din sa akin, lalo na yung napalitan ko, sobrang galing. Kaya medyo siguro parang alam mo yon yung gusto kong magpakita pero hindi sapat. Ganon.
Wow. Those sound bites.
Gusto ko magpakita.
So revealing. So revealing, Abby. Alam mo yung grabe lang kasi parang teleserye eh.
Yun na nga eh. Ang ganda ng storya na wini-win.
Paisa-isang chapter.
Gusto ko magpakita pero hindi sapat.
Oo. Let's go to Gianna.
This is about Larry Muyang din. Para kay Larry Muyang, playing for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns is an ode to his late parents. Lumaki siya sa Santa Ana kaya nararamdaman daw talaga niya ang pagmamahal ng mga Kapampangan while he plays for this team. Sabi nga ni Coach Pedic dati, Balti may be Balti but Larry is Larry. At malaking bagay daw ang kumpiyansa ni Larry sa pag-uplift ng kanyang kupunan. He may be very competitive on court but Larry's teammates share during his free time. Mahilig siya magmukbang. Habang para naman kay Larry, ang #1 pastime niya ay nag-aalaga siya ng kalapati. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. Actually, I've seen a few vlogs, by the way. Larry Muyang, yung nag-ano siya ng kalapati, nag-aalaga. Nakita ko yon sa vlog. Kakascroll ko. Nakita ko yan.
That's one of the things I'm gonna look forward to watching after this game.
Abangan mo, I think Larry is also starting his vlogging journey as well. And you know, Larry Muyang, you see the tattoo on his neck, mom and dad, and you know, alam mo kung you know how much playing for Pampanga means to him right now. Javi, lalo na ngayon na kailangan niya tulungan itong Giant Lanterns to get that 3-peat.
And I really love that he's making it personal, the good kind, because he's trying to lift this current squad of theirs to new heights past the Balti era. Gusto niya patunayan sa mga Kapampangan na that those two championships weren't just about Justin Baltazar.
Yeah. But, you know, we all know that, you know, Pampanga really has a strong, really strong program.
Oh, yeah.
Kita natin yung free throw shooting, 9 of 11 for Pasay. 1 of 3 for Pampanga, make that 2 of 4 after Alcoriza gets the first free throw. Almost 6 points per game para kay Renz Alcoriza.
And this guy has also been responsible for helping Pampanga get wins this season. Ito si Renz Alcoriza.
Terrific performance against Quezon, 19 points there in that finals rematch. And really haunted Quezon because nakita natin yan nung national finals, yung game 1, meron siyang mga mabibigat na binitawan din eh.
Oh yeah.
Felipe Chavez with a jumper.
Ito yung mga klase ng panahon na magandang maipasok. Ito si Felipe Chavez. Somebody who could spark a comeback.
Archie on to Renz. Back to Archie. Archie sees a gap. Archie with a hang time move. What a shot galing kay Archie Concepcion. He's up to 10 points in the game. 33-26 Pampanga.
Kung talagang sinusubaybayan mo siya over the years, makikita mo na yung control niya sa laro ngayon, ibang klase.
Absolutely. Chavez launches. No. Muyang rebound. And it's on to Archie Concepcion.
That's a big boy rebound by Larry Muyang.
4.5 minutes to play. They go down low to J-Mo. Last touch ni Igilos.
Just not a good pass right there. Ill-advised from Archie Concepcion.
No, this is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
You see there, attacking the defense and able to adjust mid-air to finish through traffic.
Lawrence Victoria, baba kay Reverente, balik ulit kay Victoria. Bonifacio is open. A 3. That won't go.
What about J-Mo Egilos preventing Reverente from getting to that loose ball? Not allowing Pasay another crack at it.
Balik na sa laro si Mark Sanko. Archie. Raymond Binuya is also back on the floor. Pinalitan niya si CJ Delfino. Muyang. Binuya with a flyby. That's a 3 para kay Raymond Binuya.
He's shown us that he is not just a guy who's coming off the bench in the past 2 seasons that could give you some energy, but he's a legit high caliber point guard in this league. Ito si Raymond Binuya.
Tama ka dyan, Avi. I saw, if you saw that game, oh, look at the big boy rebound again from Larry Muyang. And Coronel whistled for the foul. Raymond Binuya, 14 points in that fourth quarter. Comeback just falling short para sa Pampanga.
Similar to Orlando Moar's journey with San Juan when, you know, these two guys in the first seasons of the league were on the end of their respective teams' benches, but they've now risen to becoming the starting point guards of their own squads. Orlando Moar obviously doing better as being one of the top point guards in the league.
He is
The top point
the
guard.
top point guard of this league. 7 points for Larry Muyang. Was 0 for 2 in his last trip to the line. Gets that one to drop. 37-26. Pampanga now with an 11-point lead. Lars with 8 in the game. 2 for 2 for Lars. Egilos, Muyang, Clemente, Gumaro, and Binuya on the floor for Pampanga. Chavez, Sanco, Bonifacio, Victoria, and Coronel for Pasay. AJ now with Warren. Now with Victoria. Paul looks at the clock. Bonifacio has to attack. Nabitawan pa pero he recovers to bank it in for 2.
Pasay's been forced into a lot of late clock situations here at this point of the second quarter. This Pampanga defense has been really tight and intense.
Muyang trying to find Egilos. Nag-cut si Binuya. Unable to score on the getaway. Chavez finds Bonifacio. Warren, jumper. No. Lars with a rebound. Binuya back the other way. Weaving through traffic. Finds Clemente who misses the 3. Pasay running the break now. Victoria, the bounce pass, the extra pass. And Chavez will miss. But he'll get 2 free throws.
Lots of unselfish play there on the break para sa Pasay Voyagers. Could have been a layup already para kay AJ Coronel of the nice feed coming from Lawrence Victoria, but choosing to go to Felipe Chavez.
And J.R. Chavez has bounced around, you know, dito sa liga natin, pero really started making his mark when he was with Marikina. Moved to Abra and then Negros last season. At bench of Pasay, Hilario there. And Damian Lasco.
Yeah, this is a squad with a lot of wily guards.
Oh,
Imagine, may Dan Sara ka pa, tas Joey Barcuma, tas Cyrus Tabi. These are all dogs on defense.
oh. 38-30. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Lars, the handoff to JLC. Clemente to Gumaru, launches the 3. It's good.
Hand in the face, no problem para kay Don Gumaru. That's his second three-pointer tonight.
It's 41-30. Victoria. Now it's Sanko. Victoria. The bounce pass to Warren. The kick out to Paul. Victoria rattles the 3 home.
He wanted that, and they needed it. After that shot by Gumaru, siya rin yung nakatapat doon. He knew that he had to take it back.
11 points for Paul Victoria. Egilos. The lob pass. Muyang too strong. Clemente with the cleanup.
It's just so tough for Pasay. You know, you deal with Larry Muyang inside, and then you have to worry about Egilos trying to crash the glass, pero may JLC pala galing pa sa labas.
10-point lead. Pampanga. Pasay with a rock. 30 seconds remaining. Ball deflected. Victoria draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up para kay El Trilla.
That's a nice read that they made on that same play that they had from the last sequence. But this time, Victoria opts to go backdoor because the Pampanga defense switching on over outside, paying attention to the shooter or the one setting the screen. That was Sanko.
Lawrence Paul Victoria, former Mapua Cardinal. Marami-rami sila dito sa Pasay.
Oh yeah.
Former Cardinals, Bonifacio, Salenga, Victoria, Soriano. Dito sa Pasay. 9-point lead for Pampanga. 27 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Astrodome in Pasay. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, and our Head of Operations Emer Oreta. They're preparing for the journey to Abra tonight. Smile there.
And lots of beautiful faces tonight.
Yeah. The crowd a bit quiet here because their team trailing by 9. 3-second differential game clock and shot clock for Pampanga. Archie Concepcion is back on the floor. 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for Archie. Gumaro in the lane. Short on that one. And Jamo Igilos converts on the follow-up. Tabi nagmamadali. Cyrus will launch the 3 and miss. Good flow para dito sa Pampanga, but they were even better defensively, Javi, in that first half.
Yeah, they also have been making their shots inside and outside. It doesn't have to matter right now for the Giant Lanterns. But what needs to really carry on to that second half is yung defense talaga nila.
45-34, Pampanga in the lead at the break.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Colo in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he got the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Halftime dito sa Astrodome in Pasay City, where the Voyagers down by 11 against the two-time defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Pampanga got off to a really good start, led by Archie Concepcion, and they've managed to sustain that. A little bit of both inside and outside game para sa kanila. Pasay just needing answers at the moment. Only Lawrence Paul Victoria ang maganda yung nilalaro sa kanila, Javi.
Yeah, because para sa Pampanga, after Archie Concepcion started it off strong para sa Giant Lanterns, different guys started to pitch in as well. Larry Muyang came off the bench, and then you have guys like Jemo Egilos contributing some baskets. Don Gumaro had a couple of threes. Tapos nandyan pa si Chris Lalata and JLC. But you know, different guys pitching in para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. It's not just the usual suspects. Dito naman sa Pasay, you just mentioned, it's just Lawrence Victoria. Some other guys have to contribute as well. They have to figure out how to counter this defense that Pampanga has been showing them. They've really clogged the lanes and prevented them from getting into the shaded area.
Archie Concepcion, as we mentioned, had 10 points in that first half. Muyang had 9 points, and Gumaro with 6, couple of 3-pointers para sa kanya. Victoria and Bonifacio combining for 19. Hilario Reverente also on the score sheet as well. But guys missing, Cyrus Tabi, AJ Coronel, probably Jopet Soriano, looking to contribute. And
I would also say Jasper Salenga.
Oh, Jasper Salenga. So, in this game, you need everyone to step up, particularly going up against a team like Pampanga.
Correct. Oh, almost good defense till the very last moment there para kay Jopet Soriano. He should have just stayed in the air with his hands up. Binaba niya pa eh. Yun ang sinasabi nilang pinayungan.
Yeah, and he acknowledges the foul. Archie Concepcion at the line, mixing up his attacks. This season, averaging 14 points, 4.6 rebounds, and on 73% shooting. This is the first free throw.
Mixing up his attacks the same way he's mixing up his hairstyles.
Oh. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. (46-34), 12-point lead for Pampanga. Sana pinapahirapan ni Raymond Binuya. Now Victoria against Donald Gumaro. Victoria goes downhill. He draws the foul on Lalata. Pangatlo na yan on Chris Lalata.
Often, the thing you do to counter heavy pressure defense is really to attack. And that's exactly what Lawrence Victoria did there.
Meanwhile, let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Let's make them uncomfortable. Actually, prior to the game, ang unang nabanggit ni Coach Jovicic ng Pampanga na napansin niya sa Pasay is that they're a very physical team. At ayon kay Coach Marlon, lalo na sa second quarter, nawala yun sa identity ng Voyagers. Agresibo daw ang kanilang kalaban, pero sila ay nagre-react lang. Adding, they're dictating the pace of the game. We need to stop their momentum. Kaya pagka-defensive rebound daw, push agad to the other side. Pag hindi naman pasok ang kanilang mga tira, play smart and try to draw those fouls, gaya ng sa first quarter. And as much as possible daw, force the Giant Lanterns to shoot from the three-point line instead dahil at the end of the day, mas low percentage shot daw yun. In Coach Marlon's words before this half, we're still in the game. Let's break their runs. Third and fourth quarter is ours. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna, and an inside look on the minds of our coaches. And pretty much on point kung ano kailangan, especially kay Coach Marlon, because trailing right now by 10, you need to dictate the pace of this game, which has been pretty much Pampanga in the first two periods. The Pasay's pace is more deliberate, more in the set play. Pero medyo a lot of them, you've mentioned this, is that it's been on the late shot clock situations.
Yeah, because Pampanga's done a really good job of denying almost all the possible options, and they just let Lawrence Victoria try and make something happen, try to create something out of nothing for the Pasay Voyagers. This is a good opportunity for them when they get these kinds of steals and get on the run to score quickly without the defense being set. But because of that miss, they are forced to set it up once again.
Victoria, squeezing through traffic. And Lawrence Victoria splitting the defense and the strength to shake off Binuya.
Yan naman ang magiging strength talaga, or ang naging strength ni Lawrence Victoria. When he gets that space to operate, when it's totally cleared out for him on one side, then he has a good chance of having a good inside incursion.
18 points in the game, leading all scorers. Lawrence Paul Victoria. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Didn't even have to go through that screen that Jopet Soriano set. He went through those Jopet Soriano and ito si Chris Lalata.
That Sara gets a warning.
He and Binuya have been going at it ever since the start of this quarter. We're only just 2 minutes in.
They're piling up the pressure. Si Chris Lalata joining in on the
Oh yeah, that's
hairstyle trend. Gumaro to Igilos. Igilos pulls up. No. Rebound, Larry Muyang for 2.
If you're Jay Moeguilos, you're very confident to take shots like that when you have a guy like Larry Muyang crashing the offensive glass, and vice versa.
Dan Sara pulls up the jumper, swishes through para kay Dan Sara.
Binuya and Sara continue their fierce and ferocious battle.
And Binuya will not back down.
He will not. Pretty sure of it. Ito si Dan Sara, I've seen this guy since he was in high school. Definitely, he's not gonna back down from any fight. And Binuya, from the time that I've covered here in the MPBL, he's also one guy who will take a lot of pride in encounters like that.
That's a two-time champion right there.
Correct.
Konting glance kay Dan Sara after the made free throw.
Hindi basta-basta natitinag yan.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And Coach Jovicic getting having a conversation with Raymond Binuya as he goes back to the bench. Sara. Dan Sara. Oh boy.
Oh, he's taking on everybody right now.
I think this is a message to the rest of his crew right here.
He's trying to set an example that we should play with a lot more pride.
Absolutely. Although, that's some veteran smarts right there. Siya yung nauna dun, ha? Umawak sa shorts ni Arminion.
He's really used to stuff like this, physical play. Dahil yan ang kinalakihan niya, playing at San Beda from high school until college. In the NCAA, medyo ganito talaga yung physicality.
Muyang wide open. Archie Concepcion delivers his 5th assist of the game, and Larry Muyang is up to 13 points.
And that's not the first time that Concepcion's managed to have this pink C part in the middle.
AJ Coronel off the glass and in.
Despite the make, that was a tough shot by AJ Coronel. And that just underscores the fact that Pampanga is still doing a good job on this intense defense that they're showing. Gusto ko yung pinigilan niya talaga yung sarili niya eh.
Tsaka humawak sa bewa.
Yun na yung ginawa niya.
Dapat nag-stretching na rin siya while he's at it. Or a hip rotation or a... This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
He knows how valuable he is to this squad. he really restrained himself there. I'm sure that there was already a lot of passion that was waiting to brew.
And he gets warned for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Because we've seen it, Sidelf, numerous times how an unsportsmanlike foul can change the complexion of a game. You know, when a team is in the lead and one of their players get an unspo, that gives
Archie
the other squad
gets
a chance.
fouled on the way for that jumper.
Yan naman ang gustong iwasan ng Pasay, you know, to keep feeding Archie's fire here.
Oo. 11 points para kay Archie Concepcion. He's been playing, alternating as a scorer and a creator para dito sa Pampanga in this ballgame.
Yep, you're right. And he's done a good job at both. Whenever he sets his mind to a certain task, he's shown us that he can definitely do the job well.
Archie with an all-around game, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists so far. Make that 13. He always plays with a lot of force, Archie Concepcion.
Indeed.
54 to 44. Pampanga up by 10. Victoria to Hilario. Victoria swings it over to Juan Bonifacio. Now has to beat Igilos. Labas kay Paul Victoria. No good on the 3. Salenga with the offensive rebound. Victoria feeds Warren. No good on the 3. Another crack for Pasay. Victoria. No. Warren loses the handle to Larry Muyang.
The three-point shot hasn't been very kind to them tonight. You know, after letting go and making 15 threes against Cebu, only 2 out of 13 tonight from the outside. Well, Pampanga has been able to have a high clip from beyond the arc, 6 out of 10. Now 7 out of 11.
Wow. Very impressive indeed, Pampanga. They've hiked the lead to 13. Tabi will try. No. Salenga inside. No good. Another opportunity for Pasay.
They're getting the looks, and most of them good looks. But the shots really haven't been falling.
Alcoriza uses the Muyang pick. And as Alcoriza scores on the break.
Kung ano yung nagiging swerte ng Pampanga, yun naman talaga ang kinamamalasan nitong Pasay Voyagers on their side of the floor.
And 7 of 11, we've mentioned Pampanga from beyond the arc. 2 of 13 for Pasay. Hilario pulls up. Yes! And Coach Jordi has asked for a timeout. Pampanga up by 12 with 4:22 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back. Archie Concepcion had 14 points against Zamboanga to go, including 9 in the final period. And, you know, ito si Archie really doing most of his work early on. Ang maganda dito, it's much more of a sustained, you know, fire galing kay Archie Concepcion in this ballgame.
Tama ka dyan, Sidelf. And it's not just he's forcing stuff, but it's more calculated, much more controlled. We've talked about it already throughout this game. And you like that, sa umpisa pa lang, sumusubok na agad siya. Kasi natatansya na niya agad yung depensa at nakikita niya kung paano nagre-react.
Now, Jasper Salenga is assigned to defend Archie Concepcion. Andre Arminion, nang bola nasa kanya. Alcoriza drives. Nandun si Juan Bonifacio, the kick out. Jamo, no. And Arminion with those quick hands taking that ball away. Alcoriza, the 8th 3 of Pampanga. And the lead is now 16. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third.
Pasay has to hang tough here. You know, they can't let these made shots by Pampanga demoralize them.
Victoria, kailangan niyang atrasan ng depensa. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Victoria, there's a foul on Alcoriza.
How much force does it take to push out Jamo Egilos on a drive downhill?
Hirap. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. John Lloyd Clemente returns for Renz Alcoriza. CJ Delfino is come in for Andre Arminion. And the problem here for Pasay, Javi, is that they have not scored, hardly gotten any touches dun sa ilalim.
Tama ka dyan. Umpisa pa lang, yan na yung naging case dito ng Pasay Voyagers. We saw how long it took for the Voyagers to get their first field goal in this game. Pampanga, as much as possible, they really prevented Pasay from getting things easy.
Victoria will drive. And Faundo taking exception. And he says may konting siko daw pababa, but and Victoria just trying to protect his landing.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to brace.
Oh. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito, Javi.
There you
Oh,
see the
poked away.
slip. Ayun, oh. Yeah.
Ano magagawa doon? And there was a tenderness to the touch going
Yun na nga
down.
eh. May payakap effect pa eh.
Oo eh.
Baka yun kasi yung hindi niya nagustuhan.
Oo.
Yung inakap pa siya bigla.
Victoria continues to carry the fight for the Voyagers. 19 points in the game.
And as we go forward in this game, one thing's becoming clearer right now for us. It's that the game plan, I think, of Pampanga is to really let Lawrence Victoria do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Faundo against Hilario. The turnaround shot. GP. That won't go. Rebound. Salenga. And Cyrus Tabi, he's been brilliant this season. You know, this is a game that needs him. And a foul on Faundo. He will send for Hilario to the line.
This guy will never fail to elicit the oohs and the ahs inside this venue.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split type air conditioners. 7th assist para kay Archie Concepcion.
And also helping John Lloyd Clemente to a rare field goal.
Averaging just 3 assists per ball game. Hilario sinks the free throw, and what a game para kay Ryan Hilario. Only 15 minutes of action. Had 16 points and 8 of 10 shooting. He also had 4 assists. And meanwhile, let's check in with Gianna.
Tapsilog, Lugaw at Pares. Kwento ni Brian Hilario, eating those 3 dishes is what he associates a lot of his memories with growing up in Pasay. Pero aminado siya na gusto niya talagang magpapayat para makapag-improve pa as a player. So now he lessens his carbs and sweets. Be always ready daw ang best advice na nakuha ni Brian kay Coach Marlon. Since they've been together his college days, he adds, sana nung nag-best player ako last game, mas naipakita ko sa mga tao kung ano ang kaya ko. Well, Brian isn't only talented on court, he studied IT and HR in college and sees himself in those fields after basketball. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. While Gianna was, giving that report, I was so captivated by Brian Hilario's effort. I was looking at him the whole time. Alam mo yun? Yung parang bini-video support ko yung kinukwento niya. Kasi nagsimula pa sa Lugaw tsaka Pares.
Tsaka Tapsilog.
Tsaka Tapsilog ang report na yun. And yung na-trigger talaga ako nung sinabi niyang nagpapayat and lesson ng sweets. And I felt like I can relate.
Is it actually working? Are you even doing that?
It's not even working. It's not even. I'm not even trying, Javi. But
Okay, so let's not touch on the topic. I don't want to
talk
put you on the
about
spot
trying.
further.
Talk about trying their best. Chavez there with the bucket plus the foul.
I mentioned it in the first half. You know, this is the guy who has the absolute capability of making a run happen para sa Pasay Voyagers. We've seen it before with different teams. Marikina, Abra, Negros, J.R. Chavez can light a fire underneath the Pasay Voyagers.
They've trimmed the deficit to 12. It was at 11 at the break. Kanina 16 yan. Lalata is back on the floor. Clemente against Toby Agustin. Got the step. And John Lloyd Clemente. Such a simple move, but so deadly. Yung galaw na yun.
And that's the stuff that we've been seeing from him all season long. Just struggled at the start of this game.
Reverente thought he was going for the three. Hilario, good closeout by Lars. Another layup. Reverente is fouled.
You could see though, the reason why Pasay has been having a tough time, it's the energy and the effort of these Pampanga players. Kahit sinong ilagay mo dun sa loob, nauuna sila parati sa bola.
And Muyang fouls Reverente.
These are just rare occasions in this game wherein the Pasay player is able to get an offensive rebound. But Reverente missing on that first free throw.
4 points and 4 rebounds para kay Don Reverente. 0 for 2. Nagagawan pa sa rebound eh. Muyang tsaka Lalata.
These guys, they really gobble up rebounds.
Benuya against Chavez. Nice little matchup there. Benuya sails in. A lot of confusion on that ball screen action. And Benuya makes it pay.
Miscommunication between Chavez and Hilario.
Chavez misses the three. Igilos. Bilis ng palitan sa big men.
I think
Ito,
that's also
Pampanga.
one thing why Pampanga's been able to maintain the intensity. Ang ganda ng pagkakaikot sa kanila ng tao.
16-point lead for the Giant Lanterns. Benuya against Chavez. Both teams already over the limit. The steal by Reverente. Reverente makes his move. Parang nabitawan niya yung bola doon sa layup na yun.
Might have even gotten away with an offensive foul.
68 to 52. Last shot time para dito sa Giant Lanterns. Clemente. Lalata with a jumper. Good.
That's a warm-up jumper. A wide open look for Chris Lalata.
Pampanga just finding all the counters that Pasay has been giving them. The highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. It's Archie Concepcion earlier. Finding Larry Muyang, Archie with a stellar game so far, joining forces with Lars.
And that's the 1-2 punch that Pampanga's been boasting of this season. Muyang and Concepcion. 16 points for Larry Muyang. Concepcion with 13 and a bunch of assists. While on the other side, Lawrence Victoria has done all the heavy lifting para dito sa Pasay. Him and no one else, they need help.
70 to 52, Pampanga up by 18 going into the fourth. Larry Muyang already with 16 points and 6 boards. Warren Bonifacio 7 points and 3 assists in our player matchup here.
But look how he's had to bleed for his points here today. To si Warren Bonifacio compared to Larry Muyang, it's been more of a cruise for Muyang compared to Bonifacio. who has really had to pick his spots, but it's really more of Lawrence Victoria in this game para sa Pasay.
Well, they have to, set up itong si Warren Bonifacio, into better position scoring-wise, Javi. He's not scored yet in the second half.
Yeah.
Marcuma, Tabi, Bonifacio, Reverente, and Coronel will start the fourth for Pasay. Concepcion, Binuya, and Igilos, Clemente, and Lalata are on the floor for Pampanga. Check out the quarter scoring. Big performances in the second and third for Pampanga, 51 points.
Just when you thought that it was going to be a very close game between these two squads in the north, Pampanga stamping its class in those two quarters, quarter number 2 and 3.
And Tabi missing on the free throw. Lawrence Paul Victoria is on the bench now.
One more thing that Pampanga has done so well here defensively is they've managed to bait a lot of Pasay's ball handlers into situations where their judgment could be clouded. Hindi nila nakikita kung sino yung mga libre, and they're baiting them into forcing the issue on tough shots.
Warren Bonifacio whistled for the personals. Chris Lalata went up for that shot. Lalata at the line. That's the first one to drop. You get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Only 1 for 2. Bonifacio collects the rebound. 18 points ang lamang dito ng Pampanga. Marcuma lets it fly. A hold on Archie Concepcion.
That's going to be number 4 now on Concepcion. Which brings Pampanga to bring in Reds Alcoriza first.
Yeah. You expect Archie to be back later on. Cyrus Tabi. Reverente. Bonifacio was open momentarily. Shot clock winding down. Coronel. That's a tough look. With Jamo Igilos there to defend.
Dahil maraming beses na late shot clock situation itong Pasay, those shots that they take, minamadali na lang nila eh.
Clemente goes to Lalata. The drive from Chris Lalata. 20-point lead for Pampanga. 8.5 minutes to play.
But you see the difference on the other side, how Pampanga's just waiting for Pasay to commit some mistakes defensively. That ball is moving. They're driving, they're drawing the defense, and they're waiting for someone to commit a mistake before they go for the shot.
And Tabi goes back to the free throw line. And Mark Sanko returns to the game for Don Reverente. Cyrus Tabi is having his best season in the MPBL. He's been here since season 4. Big minutes as well for him. 22 minutes per game this season, averaging nearly 10 points. Averaged only 4 points per game last year, and also had he has never averaged more than 5 points per game in a season. So malaking improvement talaga from Cyrus Tabi.
He really gives a lot more versatility to the point guard spot of Coach Marlon. Not only is he great both ways, but his leadership has also been a factor for Pasay this season.
The steal here, live turnover. Victoria using Coronel as the cushion there. Parang ano yun, no? Parang mattress. Ginamit na pampigil sa bagsak.
Buti na lang nandun si AJ Coronel.
Raymond will fire a 3. Yes!
You can't be nonchalant defensively against Raymond Binuya. And Lodge Victoria just allowed Binuya to step into that shot. Even if he had his hand up, it was still easy for Binuya to take that three-pointer.
Juan Bonifacio against Igilos. Out to Tabi. That's a 3. Yes, sir. Para kay Cyrus Tabi. They need stops though, itong Pasay.
There's a lot of time left here in this game, but yes, they need to string together consecutive stops. One thing that Pasay has had a lot of trouble doing in this game.
Binuya pulls up. That short rebound. Fought for. Saved only to Tabi. Oh! Nabitawan ni Victoria. Egilos is there. He's fouled by Tabi.
At yan pa, Pasay has had a lot of ill-advised passes in this game.
That was an unforced error, but look at the move here from North Victoria. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Someone's down. This is J. Moegilos.
Yeah, they're gonna review it, and it's a regular foul. Looks like Muyang is gonna take the free throw.
Oh, I got him on the shoulder.
Not sure there why. Natamaan siguro. May have grazed the right eye of J. Moegilos. Larry Muyang will take the 2 free throws.
You see Cyrus Tabi going on over to that Pampanga bench to apologize. Nice gesture of sportsmanship.
Kanina na-foul din si Cyrus, tapos tinulungan pa siya ni J-Mo na tumayo eh. So, these are professionals.
Oh yeah.
Trying to make a living, playing basketball, providing for their families.
It's amazing what these guys do for their families.
Yeah. And it's such a career that is a very, very touch and go, Avi.
Yeah.
The fortunate ones, enjoy a long career. And the fortunate and hard-working ones enjoy long careers. Pero may mga players then that, short-lived lang yung career nila. Lasco is blocked.
But, there are also a lot of players that, despite the short careers, very inspiring yung naging karera nila.
Yeah.
Because they really fought hard for the dream that they had when they were little. Just to be able to play pro basketball here in the Philippines, that's already something.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tabi times his cut very well. He draws the foul. 2 free throws na naman para kay Cyrus Tabi.
Now these next 2 minutes will be crucial para sa Pasay. This will say if they can make a comeback or not. If they can have a rally here,
maybe bring it down to 10.
yeah.
And Tabi gets the first free throw to drop. 77-60. Nagising si Cyrus Tabi dito sa 4th quarter natin. He's got 6 in the quarter already.
It's about time someone other than Lawrence Victoria would put points on the board here para sa Pasay.
Gumaro swings it over to Larry Muyang. Arminion. 8 seconds to work with. Andre goes to Gumaro. Donald, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Don. Good stop for Pasay. Tabi rushing. Tabi laying it in.
And there you go. Now it's just down to 14 points.
5:25 remaining. Voyagers closing in. Pero Pampanga ahead by 14. We'll be right back. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City, and like to give a quick shout out sa mga Marikaban ballers, and bago dyan, let's bring in our Gixxer fans of the game, born for greatness. Tuwa yung mga taga-Pasay dito.
Siyempre naman.
Kahit lamang ang kalaban, enjoying their basketball now. And nagra-run itong Pasay. Going back, Marikaban ballers from the Barangay Pinagbayan ballers. Siyempre kaibigan natin si Pee Wee Martinez, and also a happy birthday kay Mayor Benji Miranda of Cabangcalan City, Negros Occidental. 14-point lead for Pampanga. Lalata losing it, picked up by Archie, and it's off Sanko.
He could have made
1 second on the shot clock, Javi.
Could have actually gotten away with the travel there to si Concepcion, but you know there were a lot of hands on that ball.
Muyang catch and shoot. Air ball, and that's a shot clock violation.
So now a chance for Pasay to get to within 12 points, maybe 11 with a 3-point shot. Must score possession here for the Voyagers.
Tabi stops at the 3-point line. Cyrus misses. Lalata secures the rebound for Pampanga.
I get that he's been knocking down shots, free throws, and a basket, but that's too early in the shot clock.
Lalata, easy too. Archie Concepcion again with the assist.
And you give up this kind of play on the other side. Mabuti sana after that missed basket, you get the stop again. But now, it's back to a 60-point lead.
Wow! Where did that come from? Lawrence Paul Victoria gliding, hanging, and finishing. This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Look at this move.
Woo-wee! Me, oh my. Lawrence Paul Victoria.
Yan ang inaabangan ng mga tao dito.
Tabuhay ang Pasay Astrodome. That's definitely gonna give life as well to his team. They're hoping that this could actually spark a rally.
And he rattles the free throw home. Lawrence Paul Victoria, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Arminion. Muyang now with Alcoriza. Concepcion wants it against Lasco. Archie goes downhill. Archie Concepcion, basket and the foul. Strong move galing kay Archie Concepcion. Proving hard to stop going downhill, Javi.
Lasco anticipated that he would go and use that Egilos screen. Just one jab, naiwan agad si Damian. And he goes to that strong side of his on the right. Help coming late, finishing through contact. What a basket para kay Archie Concepcion, restoring order to the Pampanga side.
82-66, parang kalawang Kaiser Galvez.
I don't doubt it.
Lasco gets in the lane, finds Bonifacio with a jumper. 82-68.
That's the only time in this game that Warren Bonifacio has been able to get a catch and shoot opportunity na malinis.
And the attack was much more decisive there.
Correct.
Galing kay Damian Lasco.
Kasi sabi ko nga sa'yo, Sidel, it's because the intense pressure has put some doubt on the minds of the Voyagers ball handlers na nagdadalawang isip sila parate sa pag-atake nila.
82-70, 11 points in the period alone para kay Saido Stavi. Pasay within 12, 3 minutes remaining in this contest.
This is far from over.
Alcoriza, the handoff to Archie. 8 seconds to work with. Concepcion drives left, umatras muna. Archie goes to Alcoriza, shot clock winding down. I don't know what Alcoriza is complaining about.
Yeah, me too. I didn't really see anything.
That was a casual swipe after the shot clock went off.
See here, not really a good angle, pero natama. I don't think it was that swipe pa nga kay Victoria. Si Bonifacio pa yata yung nakatama sa kanya eh.
Yeah. And they don't need it.
Yeah, definitely.
And Pasay with possession. Another crucial possession for the Voyagers. Naghahabol sila throughout this, ever since the second period.
Yeah. They gotta try and get something going inside. Matagal ng penalty dito ang Pampanga.
Tabi. 14 on the shot clock. Prior to Tabi, the bounce pass inside. Soriano, too strong. Bumagsak ang bola kay Victoria. Lawrence Paul Victoria with a runner. No good. Rebound secured by Alcoriza. Sayang na possession yun.
That was an open shot for Victoria. That runner of his. They could have gotten that point-blank shot by Soriano. That could have been a good basket para sa kanila.
There's a 3 available as well para kay Victoria. Arminion stops. They go to Igilos. Keeps his foot on the paint. And it's a 3-second violation. The Voyagers sue for time. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. We'll be right back. Pampanga up by 12. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City. A fan of the game brought to you by LGR Sportswear, our official outfitter. Kaway-kaway.
Sino ba kasi doon yung fan outfit of the game natin?
Kaya nga eh, marami sila. It's a 12-point lead para dito sa Pampanga. Bola ng Pasay ngayon. And, time not on the side of Pasay right now. Lawrence Paul Victoria goes to Jopet Soriano. Nice fake by Jopet and he banks it in. And they got that one quickly. Javi, 10-point game, minute and 47 remaining. We've seen some stranger things happen in the MPBL. Concepcion able to get it across. 14 on the shot clock. Minute and 35 on the game clock. Binuya against Tabi. Raymond swings it over to Alcoriza. Shot clock down to 2. And missed everything. Coronel to Jopet Soriano. Will they count it? No.
I don't think that's gonna count. That shouldn't count. But nonetheless, he's going to be taking free throws anyway.
But they will check if this isn't a sportsman-like foul, Avi. Because there's no play on the ball here.
That's possible. There's a hold down by Renzo Alcoriza.
Kaya yung senyas ng ating referee, yung mga bench ng Pasay, unsportsmanlike kaagad.
And I told you earlier that unsportsmanlike fouls, tend to be momentum shifters.
But will they have enough time though? Talking about the Voyagers, and will they get the call here?
If they get the call, this will definitely help them because they get the chance for 2 free throws plus ball possession.
And Joe Ramos, the guy in blue, and attorney Glenn Gakal have joined the commissioner's row. Oh, it will count.
Oh,
Upon review, basket counts for Jobet Soriano.
pero wala nga sportsmanlike foul. Yeah,
My goodness, this game.
it's crazy.
Minute and 19 remaining. Jopet Soriano is at the line, trying to complete a 3-point play para maidikit ang Pasay. The lead is down to 7. Pampanga only has 1 timeout left. The biggest lead of the game stood at 20 points here in the second half. Archie Concepcion trying to steady the troops here. Concepcion drives. Layup is good. Archie Concepcion, what a response. 9-point lead, Pampanga.
Time and time again in this game, Concepcion has attacked the basket and has become successful at it numerous times.
Victoria with 8 seconds in the shot clock. Lawrence finds AJ Coronel, fires a 3, no good. Bonifacio is there. Basket plus the foul. 37 seconds remaining. 84 to 77. And they were all alone for that offensive rebound. Him and Jopet Soriano.
Yeah, you see there that Egilos and Muyang were far away from both Bonifacio and Soriano.
To make it a 2-possession game, Warren sinks the free throw. Pressure here. No, 84 to 78. Binuya gets it across. There's a double team. It's with Archie Concepcion.
No need to foul yet here for Pasay.
Archie. Coronel taps it away. Still Concepcion. Atake si Archie. Bigay kay J-Mo. Igilos the hang time. And a foul on Jopet Soriano. 2 free throws for J-Mo Igilos. 16 seconds remaining. Pampanga up by 6.
Emergency pass by Concepcion. Ooh, caught him on the wrist.
Yeah. Foul.
Definitely a foul. I don't think
But
Coach
they're using
Marlon-
the challenge here.
Ooh, I don't really agree with this.
Yeah, but credit to Pasay though, making a game out of it.
Yeah, intense fight back. Just when we thought that Pampanga was really going to dominate it until the final buzzer.
To 78, the challenge from Coach Marlon. Will he be successful? Referee Mike Inay and Harry Damlog there on the review. If it was marginal contact.
Yeah.
If it was.
The challenge of Pasay Voyagers was unsuccessful.
But
Foul on Jopet
confirmation
Soriano.
on the foul. There's the Jopet Soriano foul on Jamo Igilos.
Angelos can seal this with these 2 free throws.
Pampanga made to sweat again in the end game. And it's been quite a challenge for this season without Justin Baltasar, but they will make it to 10 wins in their first 13 games. 2 for 2 for Jamo Igilos. 86-78. Pasay responding with force. Pampanga also showing us their championship poise. 16 seconds to play. We'll be right back.
Quezon, number 1 team defensively. That will be tested dahil nga ang daming sandata. Ito yung Abra. Mark Yee for 3. It's good. Libre si David. Shot is good.
Fidel Fuentes, nalibre si Sarao. Beautiful two-man game. Fuentes, yes!
Enzo Serrano pivots his way inside using the glass. Dario splits the lead. Tempo Dario.
Alonso. Oh! A rim rocker! Mabigat pa for Quezon.
That's mga nakakatakot yun dito sa atin. I don't think they've peaked yet.
Our games on Saturday, Marikina against Imos in the first game at the Governor Andres Bernos Memorial Gym in Banguet, Abra. Batangas City taking on Nueva Ecija. 2 former champions going at it in that second game, and Quezon against Abra in the main game. 16 seconds remaining. Tabi. Bonifacio from the corner. That won't go. Rebound ni John Lloyd Clemente. Lars Muyang will hold on to this basketball. And it's on to Archie Concepcion, who fittingly grabs the game ball. A strong response from the reigning champions, Pasay Voyagers, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. After back-to-back defeats, Pampanga with a solid victory on the road. This was a tough place to play in, especially when you're up against the Voyagers, but this guy set the tone for them. Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And he sort of sustained his effort, his performance from the first to the fourth, Javi?
Yeah, correct. And he did have to take over the whole game. Pero yung mga moments na kinakailangan na talaga nilang pumuntos or yung mga moments na kinakailangan nila ng facilitator, he was there para sa Pampanga. It just goes to show how much responsibility he's taken and how much he's embraced that role for the Giant Lanterns this season as one of their leaders.
86-78, an outstanding game from Archie Concepcion, leading the charge as Pampanga overcomes Pasay 86-78. Let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Congratulations to Archie Concepcion and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Archie, you had 18 points and we can see it was a very intense game the entire time, lalo na nung last quarter. Kitang-kita nga, you're really trying to hold your composure. Ano ang masasabi mo sa magandang laban na ibinigay sa inyo ng Pasay ngayon?
Siguro, nag-start to nung natalo kami ng 2 beses. Talagang na-motivate kami, talagang nag-usap-usap po kami. And nag-start din po to kay Coach Gob. 2 a.m. po, nag-uusap pa kami. Halos 40 minutes po kami nag-uusap. Minomotivate niya ako na kaya mo yan. And si Coach Pedek, nung natalo kami sa Zamboanga, mga 2 oras pa kami bago kami umuwi sa kanya-kanyang bahay namin. Talagang wala no choice kami. Kaya kailangan mag-bounce back kami, magtulungan kami. Yun nga po, play as a team po.
And Archie, kitang-kita nga na sobrang saya nyo na na-break nyo yung 2-game losing streak. Next game nyo is actually against Nueva Ecija. Paano nyo sisiguraduhin na hindi na mangyayari ulit yung 2-game losing streak na yun?
Yun nga po, magandang sa amin to. Nanalo po kami against Pasay. Hindi naman po basta-bastang team to. Madadala po namin to against Nueva Ecija sa home court pa po namin. And kita-kits po tayo dyan mga kabalin.
I'm sure a lot of people are excited to witness that game at sigurado rin ako na maraming sumusuporta sa inyo. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Especially po ang Panginoon, binigyan niya po kami ng talino at lakas. And syempre ang boss ko na si Gov Delta Dennis Pineda and Nanay Lilia Pineda, Pineda family, and Congressman Dong Gonzales, Boss AG Gonzales, Gonzales family, and especially ang family ko, Concepcion family, Ducot family. And binabati ko nga po pala, pagkakataon ko to para batiin yung anak ko, magbe-birthday sa June 1. Happy birthday, Nak. Yun, magsama-sama tayong mag-celebrate. And mga kabalan ko dyan, thank you. And biyanan ko, mama ko, mga kapatid ko, yun po.
Thank you very much and congratulations to our best player of the game, Archie Concepcion of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sidelphin Javi?
Thank you so much, G, and congratulations, Archie Concepcion. May special occasion ng si Archie this weekend, ng kanyang anak, bibinyagan. So, nice, fitting way to before that occasion para sa kanya. Meanwhile, tapos na po kami dito sa aming coverage. Pampanga winning against Pasay in the last game of this Thursday playdate. For my partner, Javi Palanya, courtside reporter, Gianna Llanes, and for all the terrific men and women making up our team. And they are traveling to Abra. Safe travels po sa inyo, sa team namin dito sa MPBL. Ito po si Dev Tupa saying good night from Pasay City. Maraming salamat po.